Hey everybody,
We back. We got some new light. Ooh, barely making it as come up, honey.
We
got some lighting, some lashes for you guys.
So hey guys, we are back. Barely Making It is back, and we missed you guys.
We missed you.
And this is the holiday season. How y'all doing?
How
y'all
you doing?
getting them pots ready? What's going on? What's in the kitchen? What we cooking?
What's there? Listen, because it's the
And
holiday
can I
season.
come over?
Ashley, are you gonna cook?
How you know I'm cooking? Girl?
Okay, it's a
Got
blessing.
some greens.
I'm gonna give y'all the address in the comments below. Listen, because it's the holiday season, we got a treat for y'all. This is our first interview.
We are so excited.
We're so excited, I have no idea. And we had to do it big for the first interview.
Listen, y'all
not ready for who's here.
This is big.
This is really big. Like, it's a thing.
So, I know her as auntie, okay?
I now know her as auntie.
She became your auntie today.
The day I walked in.
The moment they met.
Guys, guess who we're interviewing today?
Without further ado, we just gonna bring her on out. Auntie Angie.
Not your regular Auntie Angie. We're talking about
Angie
Stone.
Angie Stone is on Barely Making It, honey.
We are freaking out. That's Angie Stone.
We got Auntie here with us today.
Listen, with
these beautiful sisters.
Thank you, man. We don't look as good as you, though. You know,
Yes,
come
we
on now.
trying.
Come
you
on.
didn't tell us about the shades.
Look.
Oh, we didn't get the memo.
Gucci.
Gucci.
From the flea market now.
Okay. We
No.
see.
So we're gonna jump right into it. We're so excited that you came and you thought it not robbery to stop by here
Oh my
God. Oh,
today.
absolutely.
Your busy schedule, and you said, "Let me go help my niece out.
That's
Let's get it going with Barely Making It."
Yes.
First of all, let me just tell you, the title is off the chain. I love the name of the show, Barely Making It. I'm the kind of person that writes songs based on the title.
Yeah.
Based on your title, you have a hit show.
Oh,
Cool. Thank
bless
you,
you
Jesus.
from your
Okay.
Bless y'all here with
And
Auntie
I'm so happy that I'm one of the first interviews that you
Oh
Yes,
my
done.
you
God.
are.
What other way is
I wouldn't
that
have it
doing?
any other way. Both my nieces,
Yes.
okay, are doing it, and they're doing it their way. And I'm very proud of that. So
Thank you so much. They actually break it down to you why we decided to call the show Barely
No,
Making It?
break it down.
Okay, so we as artists, performers, whatever you do in life, people feel really pressured a lot that we're
Yes.
behind. You're falling behind. I don't have enough
Ran out of time.
But
Yeah.
the truth is, we're all kind of just barely making it. We're pushing ourselves. We're trying to get there. We're trying to move.
Right.
Where we struggle together, we come up together, and we just
Right.
wanted everybody to know this is a
We're
platform.
a work in progress.
Yeah.
And we are working artists.
Right.
Just because you have a gift doesn't mean that you're in your moment.
Yeah,
that
right,
you're
right,
in
right,
the
right.
you're in the highlight of your moment. So we have to know that it's a process
Yeah.
and that you don't get weary while you're going
Yeah.
through your process. So we
Right.
all barely making it,
Right.
and we all might be one paycheck away from being broke again.
Yeah.
So we have to know that as long as we're pushing, we're pressing, we can do this thing.
Okay, well, let me give you a little insight on Barely Making It. Because a lot of people think because, number one, you have kids or you're married or you're, in school, that you can't have dreams.
Yeah.
You have to be able to live your dreams. I was 22 when I had my daughter. I was at the top of the charts. Everything was going great, but life goes on.
Yes.
It does not stop. So because you have a baby, if you got 10 babies, let my girl Kiki let it be known.
Yeah.
She's going to have her family.
Exactly.
And at the end of
And
the
she's
day,
been
it don't
doing it
stop.
well.
Okay? It don't stop no show.
Yeah.
So I'm so proud of you guys because even in your dreams and aspirations of being the big superstars that you already are, in my opinion, you kept grinding and you said, okay, I'm going to create a platform that allows me to live out loud.
And we have a sisterhood,
Yeah.
Yes.
You meet a lot of people and they say they have your back, and when you need them, it's like, where are they?
Where are you?
I had you on my top 5 and I can't call you when I need you.
Yeah,
And
no.
I'm needing you at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. I never get an answer.
Right.
You're to no avail. But I figured out that you gonna meet some friends, and it might be
Fair weather.
and it might be
Just
a
for
situation.
that season.
Yeah,
For
might
that
be just
season.
for that season, and you have to be okay with that. You have to embrace that and know that it's gonna be okay because
Absolutely.
God, He sends you the people that are gonna be for
that
you.
you need.
And if it's only 2 or 3,
Yeah.
those 2 or 3 can make things happen in your
Yes.
life,
Yeah.
and they
Yes.
can show up. And this is what brought us to do this. We talk like this all the time on a regular basis on the phone. Are you okay today? How's your heart feeling?
Yes.
What's going on with you?
Auntie, do I need to bring you something over there? I'm on the way.
Yeah,
and that's what you call family. It's beyond friendship.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you have to know who's with you and who's against you.
Right.
And everybody in your circle ain't always for you.
Yeah.
People are there just to make sure you don't get to the next level.
Yeah.
And you got to start counseling some folk.
And you got to be able to, spirit, you have to have that discernment, because this moment right here, I kid you not, for me is a true testimony of like our small platform with such a major person. You know what people
I know what
feel.
you're saying. You're a mantra. You're saying, I'm doing this on my own. I'm stepping out on faith.
Process,
but it's because of your faith that God drew this to you.
Gives you the faith.
You understand? So now you're no longer small.
Nah.
Guess what? You're on your way to bigger and better things.
Yes.
Okay?
On our way.
Yeah.
So we wanted to ask you a couple of questions about your journey.
Okay.
The first question I had was, if you were not a singer, musician, what would you be doing?
I would be walk. Well, I'm doing it. Believe it or not, I have my doctorate in theology. My ministry.
Doctorate.
A lot of people didn't know that I'm Dr. Stone now, but
my God,
my journey has been that of serving.
Yes.
And being a servant of God in every which way possible earned me my doctorate. So I'm saying ministry, medicine, music. All of the M words would have been something, because I'm a giver by nature. I have a foundation called Angel Stripes, where I'm really catering to the senior citizens. So my passion is babies and seniors.
Yeah.
So that is where my heart lies. So on the end of my journey, I'm doing everything that I want to do, and that's serving.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I would have never thought that you had a doctorate. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
In theology. That is amazing,
That's amazing.
and very impressive.
But you know what? When people are watching you, and often people are, and you know now as well, the devil will set you up and make you look crazy and have all kind of stuff going on. But it's because of something special within you that he feels he has to attack you. So I'm under attack for a lot of different reasons.
Right.
But it don't wear me thin, because I know who I belong to.
And your gift definitely has made room for you.
Yeah.
Okay, and just like barely making it, y'all barely making it right this moment.
Yeah.
But I can't wait for you saying, we barely made it.
Listen, I decree and I declare
we
right
barely
now.
made it, but made it we did.
Yes,
so,
we did.
Yes, you're barely making it right now, but you're on your way to.
Don't make me cry.
Yes. Okay.
Don't make me cry.
Let these girls, young ladies, be an inspiration for you to dream out loud, to just put it in action. See, we have not because we ask not and we do not. What we have to do is walk in our calling. Yes. When you sit back and wait on it just falling in lap, it's never going to happen that way. Yeah. You got to go out and get it.
Yes, ma'am.
Have to go out and get it.
So let's talk about the beginning. We know that you're a Dr. Angie Stone is barely making it. Let's correct.
But you've been healing people even before you got that doctrine.
Yeah.
Black brother, I love it. I never try to hurt you.
Yes, because the masses, we're programmed to think we can win all the time.
Yeah.
But people are hiding behind an umbrella. And our black men have been attacked mostly by our black women.
Yes.
Wow.
We know the mantra of the attack does not come from our people. But we've been controlled mentally, and it's been deposited in us that we're worthless. We're nothing. Our men, our boys, are anything. We as women are raising our boys to be kings.
Yes.
Right.
But the only way that we can make sure they win is we have to speak those things as though they are.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. So, yes, you're my brother. I love you. I'll never try to hurt you. You're my king. I'm nothing without you. If you say that to yourself,
they'll start believing.
It's
in your spirit.
You know what happens? What I feel like in our community, a lot of time with our women, we feel like if we do things like that it it weakens us as women. But that's something that you need to do. That's the
really strengthens you.
That really
when you have boys, you begin to understand the power of your words and your teaching. Yeah. All before then, if all you know is your dad, your brother, And back in the day, we came up in a time where families were thick as thieves, and then something happened along the way where they started making sure the house was broken by incarcerating, lack of jobs, incarcerating our men, making sure that there's, ostracizing the black male, killing them all so that there's only one male to 7 to 10 women. At that point, we're now chasing their high, and we're losing our own focus. So my dream is to minister to those men in jail, to say, look, you're not here by choice. You've been placed here because of your power. So if we ignite them with what they're already fueled with, it's a win-win situation because they're coming from behind.
They're so powerful. We are powerful people.
Yes, we
are.
We've created everything, and once we realize that, we will do better.
Yes.
I think we've forgotten that we are the creators of most of the things that are alive in the world.
Absolutely.
And we got to learn how to trust our processes.
There you go.
We got to understand that there's a development that comes along
with
all of our dreams, they may develop in a way that we didn't expect it.
Right.
And we have to trust that process and know that when we get discouraged, discouragement can be a distraction from destiny.
Exactly.
And that's what they are.
Like that.
That's what they aren't teaching. I feel a lot of times in the African American community, you're going to fail. It's the only way for you to see what it really feels like to come up, to come from where you are, to do what you need to do. And that does not mean stop. Failure is not a stop sign.
It's
just a speed bump.
Right.
As long as we keep pouring that into our communities, into our men, into
they don't know how to get up, dust themselves off and say,
and
you know what,
going.
let me move to the next thing.
I don't know whether you guys have experienced this, but I've experienced this young generation of the millennials today. Their process is, I don't want to go and work a regular job. I don't want to work for this person. So a lot of them, in their mindset, they're already saying, I am king. I'm an entrepreneur.
Right.
I want to do it my way. But guess what? There needs to be a nurturer there to help guide them in the direction.
It's the push.
There you go. You don't want to discourage them from not doing their own thing, but you want to help them to define what it is that they want to do.
Yes.
Defining your strengths and your weaknesses.
Yeah.
And speaking of defining strengths and weaknesses, we read up about you, how you became to be Miss Angie Stone from being in a group.
Yes.
You guys were cheerleaders, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you formed a group together.
Yeah, listen, I was a cheerleader, junior high school and high school. I was the captain of the cheerleading squad, and I was writing the cheers, which is how my English teacher told me I could write. I used to write poems. I didn't even understand some of the words that I would experiment with, but I started writing cheers, and then in my hometown, there's this thing called Sports-A-Rama, and every school in the district has to compete at at the Sports-A-Rama game. So every school is there, and the day of the game, each cheerleading squad had to write a song.
Okay.
And of course, I wrote a song, and my writing was connected to being creative in the space of what do you do to stand out?
Yeah.
And so what I did, there was a song called My Radio, and I wrote a cheer off of the song that was a #1 hit song.
Wow.
And the song was my R-A-D-I-O-Y-O-Y-O. I don't know whether y'all remember that, but anyway, Larry Graham did it. And I went and did a Super J-O-H-N-S-O-N, which was my high school. So it was so clever that it helped me to shape my career. So if you very well know, one of my biggest hits is No More Rain in This Cloud. Well, neither one of us was a big hit. So what I did was, I said, I'm going to rewrite this song for this generation. And it's one of my biggest hits today. And it's because I followed my own lead.
Right.
Part of who we become is what we believe in ourselves. And as a cheerleader, that took us to the next level. I started a group in high school. I had a little 3-piece band, and I was up there singing, and Cheryl asked to join my group. We became Salt and Pepper. Before there was a Salt and Pepper.
Okay.
It was 2 of us, and then there was 3 of us, and we called ourselves The Sequence, which is technically the first female rap group to make a to make a record period that went worldwide. And if you Google the sequence, you'll see who the first female rap
so
group is.
you made the game. I won't say you changed the game. You made the game.
You made the game and then changed the game.
Yeah, and the crazy part about it is the birth of hip hop. They say the culture of hip hop, the way that the world sees it, comes from New York, and I say it stayed in New York.
Yeah.
Where we came from was South Carolina and migrated into the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So I don't ever take anybody's first away, but I just say, hey, do your research. Because at the end of the day,
you must do your research.
If you were in the Bronx or any part of the Triborough area and that was hot in that area, that's where it was hot at. Yeah. When we left South Carolina, we went abroad, and New York was one of the places we went. And the proof is in the record, but that's not bragging. That's just calling it what it is. I can't say we were first, but I can say we were the first original group to come out with a record that transcended all areas of hip hop.
That is amazing.
So I was Angie B at the time.
Okay.
My maiden name then was Brown. I then married Lil Rodney C, who had the name Stone. Prior to my daughter being born, I had very young jumped into my first, crazy love and married him, and okay. Yeah. So the one thing I didn't do is I didn't ditch the name Stone because I did marry him. And for that, our God doesn't intend for us to stay in anything unhealthy.
Yeah.
But I didn't change my name. I said, I won't change my name until I marry the man of my dreams. Yeah. And if he's out there, I'm Angie Stone right now.
And I think that's fair.
I can be yours. I'll keep right. Yeah.
That's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, so he couldn't have his name back because guess what? I gave it to you to begin with.
Oh,
and now your name is famous.
Amen.
You're rolling your name.
Wow. So say thank you, sir. So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Were you women intimidated coming into? I know you changed, you started the game, but hip hop oftentimes is a very male dominated. Now women are trying a lot more to come out. We're a lot more edgier, a lot more raunchier.
They're better. All the women after our era, they actually got better and better and better. So I applaud them.
Yes.
Number one, because they are awesome and they carried the legacy to the next level. Were we intimidated back then at 17? Oh no, honey. We were so fierce that we challenged anybody. And the one thing that we had on everybody is we rapped and we sang. So, Lauryn Hill is a student of that process.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you can see there's very, what's the word? It's not a lot of people that can do it.
Yeah.
And because of it, it stands out.
Right.
So intimidated, no, more enthused about being with the guys who were great, and you're a female group that said, I can hang with y'all.
Yeah.
So my question is, you came out so young, and then you ended up having your first child, which is Diamond.
Right.
How were you able to balance that?
Yeah. That was very difficult. And I'm going to share something with you guys because it's very, very, very important. When I had my daughter, I was very church-driven. I got married for all of the church reasons. Some of the choices that I made was because of my love of Christ. My daughter was born in the crack era. When the birth of crack was there, the birth of my daughter was there. So I was living in New York, and I had to run around because you couldn't trust anybody around your child. So while I had to work a 9 to 5 and do tour dates and try to raise a baby, I was only 22.
Wow.
Without my mom, without my dad, no siblings, it was just me. I made a grown-up decision to have my mom and my dad help me with my daughter because I was afraid for her life. There had been a lot of break-ins, a lot of stuff was going on, and I decided to make a conscious decision after I went to work one day and saw my daughter dropped off at someone's house from the window. And I'm like, wait a minute, what is she doing in that building?
Wow.
And that scared me because that was the known crack house.
Wow.
And I made a decision. I called my dad and I said, come get my daughter. When I did that, it was very difficult because they were in South Carolina and I was in New York. But I would make a trip once a month, ride 14 hours on the train to go and be with my daughter. But I felt safe because she was with my parents. She was, wasn't even a year old when I made that decision. Oh. The day after I sent my daughter with my dad, a young man who I'd known for a very long time was spaced out on some angel dust, kicked all the doors in to the houses that we were living in, mine included, ran back to the crib, and my daughter was not in there. He threw several people out the window and then jumped 8 floors and killed himself. Wow. So hindsight and spirit of discernment is everything. It saved her life. So even though my daughter and I have a lot of challenges because of the choices I made, I feel good about the choice I made because I made a very grown-up decision.
And I was going to say one thing, not to cut you off. Yeah. Good for you that you did that, because a lot of people will take on these children and they raise them not knowing, because it don't come with no rules.
It don't come with no,
that's one thing they can't write in a rule book, because every child is different. You got different personalities.
Right.
When you're evolving with this child, you're different. So it's no rule.
You're growing.
And for you to make a decision for somebody you carry for 9 months to say, I gotta let you be with somebody that can really be there for you. That's like love. What you need right now is an extension of the love that you have for her and for a child. Yeah. Because I couldn't imagine. I don't know if I would have been able to make that decision at that age. To say, you know what, mama, you go, because once you have a child, you automatically think you grown. You like, hey, I done had this baby and I'm going to do what I want. That's my child. Yeah. You don't want nobody touching them. But for you to say to yourself, you know what, I got to step back from myself and think about my child first. Right. What does she need? Not what you want, but what does she need? What can I give her as a gift as being a mother right now?
The greatest love.
You couldn't do nothing else.
I couldn't, because I had to work. And the part that a lot of people don't understand is I got discovered when I was a senior in high school. I had to make a very, very tough decision. And that was to walk away from 3 scholarships. Go chase this dream of music, just one opportunity in a needle in a haystack in Columbia, South Carolina, where no one gets discovered. And I had to make a choice, and I walked away from school on a promise from the label that they would get me a tutor and I would finish high school. Well, lo and behold, I never got my diploma. And I didn't get my diploma, not because of her, but because there was, back in the day, one of the main requirements was gym. I was so athletic that I was saving my gym credit for my senior year so I could work. And so I had a job. I had 3 classes and I had gym. But when I left, there was no school or any place or anywhere that you could go and get that gym credit unless you repeated the grade. So I had to walk out in the world after 12 years of school, walk away from that, and then I had to make it work. So I didn't have the option of saying, oh God, I'm going back to school, or I'm going to do this. I had to do it because now I have a baby. Yeah. So now I got to get a job. I got to tour when they allow me to tour. And I got to feed this baby. On top of that, I got to retire my mother, pay her whatever I'm making to help me raise my daughter. Wow. So the sacrifices that I made to get here at the end of the day was worth it, because God saw my journey, which is how I got the doctorate, because he saw that I trusted him, and he hasn't failed me yet.
How do you feel now in your journey? In your journey? How do you feel?
You know what? If I allow my flesh to get caught up with the real of this wicked industry, I would be bitter. I would be angry. Why me, Lord? But I never questioned God, because I learned so much just by doing so little when it came to all of that foolishness, that it doesn't bother me, because the purpose of our gift is to manifest to the people. Yeah. It has nothing to do with what you win as a result of your gift. I don't need to win a Grammy. I don't need none of that stuff. All I need to know is that my serving is not in vain.
Listen, let me tell you something. Since you said that, hopefully this is your Grammy. My mother was a minister. And listening to secular music was allowed, but it had to be certain types. That meant you, Lauryn Hill, Jill Scott. Wow. And I can honestly and I'm not just saying this because you're sitting here. growing up, I've always been plus size, and there weren't a lot of dark-skinned, beautiful plus size women with voices and things to say in the industry when I was growing up.
Yes.
And when you hit the scene, I cannot tell you.
It was like you made room for me.
Listen, I literally saw you, and I was like, "Who is this? Who is this woman?" And my mom let me play your music as loud as I want to, as long as I came to church, as loud as I want to. And I want to tell you something. I went through a lot because Asher and I met in high school. Mm-hmm. I went through a lot of self-esteem things in high school. But I had these gifts that I felt like would not be recognized because of the way that I looked, because I was dark. I wasn't pretty and red with long hair and all of these things. I can tell you some stories about that. When you hit the scene, I can't tell you how it really, your music really kept me into, like, especially I wish I did. Oh my goodness. So I just want to tell you, it was not in vain. You have somebody sitting here,
a true testament,
a true teenager that sat and listened to your music, and I was like, look at this dark-skinned chocolate woman.
Well, let me tell you something. There's a story that goes with that. When I got discovered, I was 117 pounds. At the time, I was labeled Miss Brickhouse in high school. Beautiful little cute shape. I was exposed to a chemical spill in one of my temp jobs that I worked at a hospital, and exposed to a germ that they would experiment that caused sarcoidosis. Wow. I then went on steroids for 12 years. And as a result, that cute little body went. Wow. And so the world, when I became successful, I was at the top grade of my steroids. And so people saw me as an overweight dog girl. And I cried. I would look in the mirror and I'd say, God, what did I do? What did I upset you? But see, God knew to choose me to carry that, because
you was just a catalyst.
I was the one that had to walk for you to win, and
ma'am.
for so many other women to win. And He had to take me out of my vainness to show me, I want to see if you trust me enough. Now here it is, 40 years later, I got my body back. God gave it back to me, but not before it manifested and brought some people through.
And some things you had to go through.
I had to go through.
He needed you to get to know who you was without
that body. Mm-hmm. And the thing that was so crazy is, I was a big girl and I was dating the #1 sex symbol in the game, and people didn't understand. Mm-hmm. How did she get it? I said, well, you need to understand. He saw me when I was slim and trim, so he never judged me based on my weight, because he knew this is not who she really is. But at the end of the day, I love her heart. It has nothing to do with the shell of a man, of a woman. Mm-hmm. And we have to get out of judging people for what they look like. And you have to look at people for who they are on the inside, because all of that will eventually fade away.
Yes, it will.
Yes, and you gotta know that.
Yeah, speaking of that, Asher and I were having a conversation about the industry today and how it seems for a lot of different reasons that appearance outweighs talent.
It's very superficial.
Yeah. How do you feel about, like, music today? And
it's, you're talking to this is where the doctor thing come in place at now, because we're taught and raised in the Bible that angels are very beautiful. They're beautiful. We are all beautiful. But where we have gotten lost and caught up is because Lucifer knows how to shape the mindset of people to make you think beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It all depends on what you're looking at. Are you looking at the shell that will fade? Are you looking at the longevity of the inside that will never change? And see, a lot of people today feel like, if I go get butt injections, if I get my boobs kicked up, if I go do this, if I get my lips plumped up, if I do all this, I can put weave down to my butt. At the end of the day, who does it change who you are on the inside? All it does is make you feel better about something that you've created, trying to take the power out of the Creator's hand. Ooh. That too will fade. And at the end of the day, when you're old and you can't do nothing but drag all that excess baggage that you added onto your body around, he won't want you. Neither she. So at the end of the day, you have to pick and choose your battles wisely. I think that for the moment, people are so caught up with eye candy that a lot of them gonna bust hell wide open because they're looking in the wrong direction.
Listen, and they're not listening to these lyrics.
But half of the time when they go and do this stuff, and this is something, I guess it's about soul searching too and analyzing who you really are, because you gotta love who you looking at in the mirror. Most of the time when you enhance and stuff, you realize these people are still really sad. Yes. They're still really unhappy, and the one that they want don't want them. Yeah. And it's just like you did all of this stuff to yourself, and it's like, but you still don't love you.
Thank you.
You're still not happy with you. When you look in the mirror, you gotta deal with you every day. So before you try to put on these facades, and I get it. I want to wake up and feel pretty too. I want to look pretty. I want to look the part, but I want my heart to be pretty too. It's about matters of the heart. That's what we're dealing with. That's the reason why I have to go and say, I want my hair longer, or I wanna go blonde, or I want my breasts to be up, and I want this. It's because matters of the heart. You don't really love you yet, you know. And it's nothing wrong with it if that's something you want to do. But just make sure when you do that something that this is right first, because that makes the difference.
You listen. It's nothing wrong with change. You can make it hair blonde. You can make it short. You can make it natural. You can do whatever, because you know that these are some of the things that have become accessible to man. But don't allow it to change who you are.
Your character. That's what's going to take you wherever you want to go in life. People remember, man, she was so meek and she was so kind. And her spirit just was so radiant. People not going to remember that weave, because everybody, we all wear the weave. She got a little natural thing going on. But I threw my wig on this morning because my hair wasn't doing what I wanted it to do.
But guess what? At the end of the day, you're still you. And you have not allowed the material things to make you someone that you never would like. And it's sad, because a lot of people used to get on me, oh, why you take the afro down? I said, I wore the afro for 25, 30 years. I want to change my hair? Am I allowed to do that? It doesn't mean I'm a sellout. It means I'm a human. And at the end of the day, it's okay. Change is okay.
And it's okay to get bored with something that is.
I think you know, I think that's the big thing with the industry today. Ashley and I talk about that a lot, because we write a lot of music, and the industry today, they don't want you to be human. They want you to be a robot.
They want you to be a robot. I got people getting mad at me and say, oh, you know, you'll never make it because you're too nice and you're too down to earth. Well, good. I'm glad that you can see that raw.
You stand out. You stand
because
out.
You know what? I'm still successful. But guess what? You just can't deal with me not being a diva. I'm not going to be a diva, because I need for somebody to follow my lead and know that this is a job. Life goes on. My daughter and I, we go at it all the time. But one of the greatest life lessons she gave me, and she gave me a penny with a heart in the middle of it. She said, Mom, don't be so busy making a living that you forget to make a life.
Wow, that's good.
And it's powerful. Those are powerful.
That's very true.
Because sometimes we get so caught up. And I said, you know what? Out of the mouth of babes. So I decided no means no. So now, if I don't want to do something and I want to spend time with my grandkids or my children, I just say no. My fans will have to understand, because I've sacrificed so much.
And when you have loyal fans, and I think this is a thing that most artists don't think about. They just think about, oh, I'm going to lose follow. I'm going to, your real fans,
they're going to be
your
there.
Real followers,
they're going to be there.
When you going through, they're going to feel like my sister going through that. My auntie going through that. And that's where your loyal fans come in at. And they'll always be there, because you got to realize that they're not robots.
Thank you.
They have moments, and they need time, and you know,
let me just say this about these two young ladies. And I mean, I know her mom is like my sister. Let me just tell you something. What I've learned just by being around these women, they are a makeup of the best parts of them belong to their moms and their dads. Let me just tell you something. You don't get this wisdom because you didn't make mistakes. You made mistakes. But you know what? You get up, you dust yourself off, and you try again. Quitters never win, but winners never quit.
We thank you so much for just stopping by here today. If it was anything that you could say to up and coming artists, or just somebody just work in progress, a working artist trying to push for their dreams, what would you say to them to make sure that they could keep going? Something just to keep in their ears while they're along in their journey.
While you're along in your journey, I want you to reflect on the past in order to get to the present. The one thing is the powerful piece. You got to go through the pain, then the process to get to the promise. The reason I say that is because every facet of life is changing every year, every decade. Something new is happening. You can't cancel out the beginning and just jump to the end.
Yeah.
In order for you to understand who you are and where you belong, you've got to do your homework. The one thing I would say is you can dream out loud, but you got to always have a backup plan. You got to always have a backup plan because your way might not be God's way for you.
That's it.
Okay?
Well, we thank you. This has been Barely Making It, and this is our thankful. We're grateful and we're gracious and we're thankful for this time. This is a season of giving, a season of family. We're embarking on the holidays, and it just lets us know that God hasn't forgotten about us.
Absolutely.
And he definitely has shined his favor on us.
And what you want, put it out there. I literally text Asher like, ask Auntie Angie what she did. Like, it honestly was a joke. I said, ask her what she doing. And Asher texted me like, she said yeah. And I was like, Jesus.
Yeah. And we're going to do one better than that. We're going to put some blogs and some commercials so that they can go ahead on and share it so that people can get involved and stay tuned. Yep. This is the first of so many.
Barely making it.
Barely making it. And where can they find you guys on social media?
We are on YouTube at Barely Making It. We are on Facebook at Asher Makiba, and on Instagram at Asher. It's Makiba.